Hello everyone, Pinder Productions here, and today I'm back with episode 8 of my F1 2016 career mode series, and today we are going to Azerbaijan to Baku for round 9 of the championship season.
Hi, how are you today? The improved package has arrived. We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory report.
So we have our upgrades from the previous episode. I really cannot read what that says, the resolution is so low, but I think it was the engine from what I remember. Let's have a look anyway. So, yeah, it was the engine, I think, because it started on the engine. We upgraded that. We also upgraded the drag at the bottom there. So, nothing else to upgrade. Let's go to practice.
Welcome to the Baku City Circuit, where free practice for the European Grand Prix is about to get underway. This is a technical circuit which will nonetheless see some huge speeds, with a near flat-out final sector that's twice the length of the back straight in Shanghai. Let's see who can find the right balance in their setup today. A warm welcome once again to the man standing beside me in the commentary box for this session, Anthony Davidson. Hello, Ant. Excited to get underway?
Yeah, absolutely. I always look forward to seeing the cars get out there on track. They probably won't be on the limit immediately, of course. We know that one or two of the teams are looking to do some work on new aerodynamic packages, so that always takes some time to get into. But it'll be really interesting to see later on in the session what kind of performance gains are there to be found.
In practice, I actually did really well in this Baku circuit. So I got the green in the track acclimatization test, which I didn't really expect to get. And then in the tyre wear test, I did really well compared with what I've been getting recently. And again, in the qualifying, I only took one lap to get the green. So overall, I think I did really well. There's the resource points and some more there. And now more resource points. What are these? Oh no, resource points in career score. Here's our session goal for qualifying.
How are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.
So those are the qualifying goals. Let's see if, I don't know if we can do any more upgrades. Let's have a look anyway. If not, we'll just go to qualifying. We could do, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it and go to qualifying, I think. Yeah, I'll go to qualifying.
Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position can get underway. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Well, tyre management is key here, specifically the rears. It's all too easy to overheat and wear the rear tyres as they're punished out of the low-speed corners. Most teams won't be able to avoid some kind of issue here, especially the teams that are running less downforce.
And so qualifying was basically a repeat of practice. I did really well again. So here are the resource points I earned during qualifying, and here's the rivalry update. There you go. I am really thrashing the Red Bull driver there. Sorry, the resolution's so low again, but I've got +1 on both of those. And let's listen to our voicemail.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
So there we go. Those are the race goals. Let's go to the start.
Who would have imagined in those pioneering days of motor racing just how far and wide the love of speed and competition would spread? From Brands Hatch to Jerez to Valencia, the European Grand Prix has made its home all across the continent. And now a new era of this storied race brings us here, to the edge of the Caspian Sea. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Anthony Davidson joins me today as we look ahead to something just a little bit different. It's quite high speed for a street circuit here, isn't it? Do you think that's going to throw up any unexpected situations?
Well, as long as the teams can keep everything cool, I don't foresee any particular big issues from a technical side of things. I do expect the track to be quite slippery though. We've not exactly had much chance to rubber in the surface. Any street circuit also comes with its own challenges, so I think we'll be seeing a few mistakes here and there. The smart strategy would be to expect a safety car, I think, especially early on when the pack is bunched up.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Ferrari in pole position then, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Hamilton.
It's good to see my teammate and Valtteri Bottas up so high. I chose the faster tyre strategy of the race, and here we go to 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go. Bit of a slow start there. Hopefully we can keep ahead of my teammate Sebastian Vettel, who will be going down the inside. I'm going to take a slightly wide line there, and he's sort of clipped me a little bit. Not really clipped, but he's taken a line to cut across to defend the line, basically, is what he's done. I'm going to go up into Richmond here on the straight. I do like some of the updates that have been in this, well, since when I was recording this. It shows you the how much fuel you'll have left there, next to the fuel mix thing, and then just above the tyre change, it has the option whether you want to or not change your front wing. I'm not that great at Baku usually, but in this episode I was really on it with Baku, which I'm happy to say. Unfortunately with this microphone, as you can see I've got a little bit gap there. Yeah, unfortunately with this microphone I cannot hear any game audio, so yeah, that is a little bit of an issue, which I may not be using this in the future for that reason. However, I have taken that tight sort of turn 8, 9, 10, 11 there quite well in my opinion, and I've had a clean first lap, so let's see where the next action is. So here we are coming on to the end of lap 2, start lap 3, and I have set another fastest lap. I set it on the first lap, and now DRS has been enabled, so that means my teammate will get the DRS on me at the appropriate time. I have kept to the original strategy plan, not going for the altered one, so it will be easier to get to the end of the race on the soft set of tyres. Coming up now to the end of lap 4, I remember I was trying to save fuel a bit, because as you can see there's not much of a deficit or like difference between how much extra I have and how much it would take to win the race. So I was running a bit in, quite a lot in standard during this. Now I am in the pits. Let's speed this part up. So here we are coming out of the pits. As I was saying earlier, I had to save fuel. I don't know when I'm saving fuel during this, because the resolution is so low on this preview window that I can't tell. When you're watching it, you'll be able to see what fuel mix I'm in. All I can see is that it's either a long word or a short word, but I am really close to Max Verstappen, not now that I've taken a wide turn there. But yeah, I am racing quite closely behind Max Verstappen, clipping the wall there. These corners, some of them are really hard to take, not just the really tight turn 8, 9, 10, 11 area where the castle is, as I pointed out at the start, or partway through the first lap. This is partway, like halfway through the lap. So yeah, as I pointed out through the first lap, that's not really the only hard corner. A lot of them are like hard 90-degree corners, so yeah, it's not too easy. But it's doable, I suppose. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get Verstappen until the DRS zone, so yeah, let's just skip to that. And so here we are behind Max Verstappen, coming onto the DRS zone in the final sector here, left and right, almost clipping the wall there. And am I going to get DRS? I was in the yeah, I am going to get DRS. I was in the damage window. I'm not sure why, but everything looks good though at the moment, which is nice. In 8th gear, overtaking people who are in the pits, braking now, overtaking Verstappen into turn 1. There we go. And now we are behind Perez. Hopefully we will also get DRS on him on this straight, because we will get double DRS, which is nice about this track, that you do get double DRS. Here we go, opening up the DRS. Can we make a move onto Perez? Doesn't look like we are very close. However, can we do it into the braking zone? We go, braking a little bit early there. No, we cannot make the move on Perez. I was braking too early. Can we make it though into the next few corners? Maybe. Oh, that was close to the barrier there, I think. Well, everything's close to the barrier. This is a street circuit, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to say on that. Really close to the back of Perez. Not sure I'll be able to make a move anytime soon. Although looking up the inside there, set a fastest first sector now of the race, and we are going into the tight turns. Not going to dare to make a move through here. Down into third for this corner. Can I make a move? No, I can't. Onto the straight here. Can I make a move now? No, I don't think I'm going to be able to. He's got the run on me. Maybe I'll have to wait until he goes into the pits, or maybe until the DRS zone. Either of the two, they're both at the same time. So now we come up to the final sector after, well, a bit of an anticlimactic straight there. Up the inside, and there we go. We have made the move on Perez. However, he will now get DRS on us. Hopefully he will not make the move, or he will slip away into the pits. There's an... Oh, I don't know what that said. Teammate is in the pits, I think. You'll probably know more than I do when you're watching this. However, he's right there in the proximity arrows. Oh no, he's dropped off. Has he gone into the pits? Doesn't look like it. But we have kept the position. However, will he try and fight back on the next straight? I'm not sure. Probably not really. He's not really seeming that close anymore. Not as close as he was at one point along that straight. Let's just see if he gets DRS. Doesn't look like it at the moment. So we have kept the position, and we are still in our P1, which is amazing to see that we're still in P1 with Vettel, and then I think that's Rosberg behind him, or is it Perez still? I'm not sure. But yeah, Vettel is still in second, so that means it's Ferrari 1-2 here at Baku. For the first time at Baku, it's a 1-2. And not long after that, Massa is out of the race. We're down to 21 racers. And there's a safety car. Safety car is deployed. DRS is disabled. The skies are grey. The grip is next to none in some places. Or, well, really low. I wouldn't say next to none quite really. But it is low in some places. As you can see, running a little bit wide there. I'm having to catch up to the safety car now. So I'm just going to do that for you. So there we are, and there the safety car is. I decided to do it in third person for that part, just to have a look. And there we go, we are really close behind that safety car. I want to get a little bit of a gap, just in case it decides to come in, then I can just bounce away from the rest of the field behind me, because it is going to bunch up quite a bit behind the safety car. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but I think I was mentioning this earlier. The skies are great. I'm going to put it down into lean mix, there you go. So I'm down into lean mix while behind this. So this is going to save some fuel for the end of the race. Like I said, the grip levels are fairly low, really. So yeah, it's not going to be easy at the end of the race when the safety car does come in. I feel like the intermediate tyres should be an option soon, but it just depends what my engineer thinks and what the rest of the field does.
These conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track is ready for intermediates yet.
So there we go, our engineer thinks we should stay on the soft compound tyres, so I'm just going to do what he says. No matter how bad the grip is, track position will hopefully trump that in the end. So I'm going to stay and keep my track position in P1, because I do not want to, well, finish off the podium, at least, even second really. But if second is something I'll have to do, then at least the team still get a 1-2. But the podium is where I want to be, so let's just stay on the softs and, well, follow our engineer's instructions and see what he wants.
Okay, the safety car is coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
So there we go, the safety car, it will be entering the pits. I'm going to keep slow until it says green flags, just to back them up a bit, and then, well, pounce on them and surprise them all and just run away. Doesn't seem that it's going to be so easy. Still safety car. Just waiting now for the green flags for the safety car to go into the pits. It really is like tense moments here. Shame it's not tense commentary for me, but there you go. And there we go. Oh, yellow flag. Right, get up to racing speed basically.
The track is clear.
And here we are, green flag. We can commence racing. Here we are. Across the pit straight and down into turn 1 in third gear. Proximity arrow there for my teammate Sebastian Vettel, although it doesn't look like he's so close now, which is good to see. Into turn 2 now, onto the second long straight. If you say the pit straight is the first one, then this is the second one. And well, we're keeping our position. However, the field is still fairly close, which isn't amazing to see. There you can see the proximity arrow right there behind us. But now we cut away onto the end of the lap, and there you go, 2 proximity arrows, 1 for Vettel, 1 for Rosberg there, and we are now on the pit straight. He's going to get an OP slipstream on me. However, I hope to keep in the straight line. However, that was a bit of fishtailing there. I keep saying however, which is a bit repetitive. And there we go. He's going to go up my inside. Can he keep it round? Yes, he can. Is he going to make the move fully? No, he's not. I'm braking later than him. And I'm going to lock up a bit. There we go. And into turn 1 cleanly. Can relax now for a bit while we go into turn 2 and onto another straightaway. He's going to get another slipstream on me. Hopefully he won't make the move down into turn 3. The proximity arrows have gone away now. So I have successfully defended my position of P1 onto the penultimate lap, which is again great driving, I think, from me in these conditions, but that's just being a little bit biased, I think. Again, now we are coming into the final straight. There is a proximity arrow there, however, nowhere near as close. Well, not as close as last time. I don't know if it's nowhere near as close, but it's definitely not as close as it was on the previous lap. Is Sebastian Vettel though going to try and make another move down into turn 1? It doesn't look like he's quite so close. However, I think he might get DRS. I can't remember. I don't think DRS has actually been enabled because it's wet, but so this will just be a slipstream move. He can't make the move. I'm braking later than him. Proximity arrows are getting close for both him and Rosberg, though, down through the middle of turn 1. However, I'm shaking them off a little bit here. But now we come into the final sector for the final time. Proximity arrow there for my teammate and a little bit for Rosberg, but not quite so much as on previous laps for both of them. And now we're coming on through the chicane here onto the main straight. This section is very quick, and I'm having to go very slowly through here because of the lack of grip. I thought driving on tyres was hard in previous episodes. This is just near impossible, really. And he's going to get up my inside. Oh no, is he going to get me on the line? Is he? Oh, I'm going to squeeze him up against the pit wall there, and I've won!
Absolutely.
Oh.
Just amazing. Well done.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make
Oh, it's Daniel Ricciardo who got third. It wasn't Rosberg. I thought that didn't look like a Rosberg. Okay, that's a bit unexpected to see the Red Bull on the podium, but nice to see that there are no Mercedes, so we can close the gap up to them in the constructors. What happened then? Ricciardo was even behind Valtteri Bottas at the start of the race. I think he was in about P6, so to get up into P3, that's pretty good for him then. And there we are, the three of us. And that is the finishing of the race. Nico Rosberg was in 4th, Lewis Hamilton in 5th, then Max Verstappen, and then Valtteri Bottas, I think in 7th or 8th there. There is the state of the championship, still behind my teammate. He is still behind Rosberg, and we are all still behind Hamilton. Daniel Ricciardo has made a few points up, and he's gone ahead of his teammate. There we are, we've closed up a bit to the Mercedes in the constructors, and well, overall it's been a good race for the team. I enjoyed driving it, even at the end where I nearly crashed into Sebastian on the wall there. A little bit dirty racing probably in hindsight, but yeah, just happy to have won that race. 2 races in a row I've won. And there we go, I'm, well, beating him in the driver position. However, in the championship, I think that's why I haven't gotten to driver 1 yet. Maybe when I'm ahead of Sebastian in the drivers championship, it will promote me to there. But this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, comment below. Looks like our downforce upgrade should be coming soon. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.